Okay, so here are my material for oil paints. I know it's kind of handful stuff here, uh, but like some of the stuff I don't always bring with me. Just I want to show you guys, what the necessary stuff that you need to have, and so I'll go over the paint selections, the brush cleaning products, the brushes that I use, and of course the palette and the canvas. So let's start let's start with the brushes. Okay, so I use brights, and those what that is based on this here. When it's brand new, it looks like this. Okay, and these are by Robert Simmons, and they are very inexpensive. But if you guys can't find this this particular brand, like I said, long as these are hawk hairs, so long as it's a square tip, that's fine. And the reason why I use a square tip is because it helped me to sculpt the plane, help me to lay down, like I said, flat planes, and also easier for me if I wanted to blend too. This is filbert, which you can see it had got that slightly rounder tips, and I use filbert for sketching. As you can see, it's because the size slightly rounded, so easier for you to sketch onto the canvas. Versus if we use these kind of square bright ones, the corner gets a little too sharp. Again, this is a new one; it gets too sharp, so it's a little bit harder to sketch. But I know when I sketch into my drawing, I like to have very fine lines, and the filbert allow me to do that. But I think again the issues after the filbert, as you can see, although this is a smaller size, I think the contact point to the canvas is a little too narrow. I like to, especially when at the beginning of painting, I like to use big brushes, just kind of block in all the necessary color, value, and planes. Versus a lot of times I have seen students like to use small brushes, and they just kind of wiggling on the canvases, and they're not really analyzing the plane and the value difference, and that's a major issue. So, and then you can see how vary of sizes. I have even more. What you should get is you should get the even sizes, like these are 10, although this is 9. I like this size. You should get at least two of each brushes because you probably need one for the dark, one for the light. Okay. So and then you need to have one the giant one. This is size 14. Again, this kind of little wear out a little bit to start looking like filbert, but this is actually sort of same as these bright brushes. This is actually called broad. And then I use this for washing a tone. Like when you start off the painting, probably you guys probably have seen some artists, does that. They will wash a color or wash a tone just, to start off. And then later on, I will show you guys and explain why we need to wash, put a tone down on a canvas. So you do need a nice kind of fat one like this. Okay. And then we have this, which is a red sable, this is actually a real red sable. You can actually get a synthetic one, that's fine too. But this is amazing brush, it's great. So you wanted to have a real red sable brushes like this because you will get to some smaller places like painting the lips or the eyelid of an obviously very fine area. Then these again you can see the hair that holds out really well. And then again, when you mix a paint, these still holds out in shape. So when you apply, you give you a very clean, very consistent applications, to the paint. Versus these brushes, as you can see, when you get by time, the hair starts kind of splits, and you can definitely see this one is the hair start coming out, still because these are just hawk hair. They're not really a the kind of best hair. And then but these are obviously more pricey, and you sometimes you might have to special order them because now sometimes it's hard to find the real, right sable. Like I say, if you can just use synthetic ones. That's fine too. You just need a small size. This is size 4, right? So and then it's for the detail area that in your painting, and this is the same thing. This is right sable, but this is round. I rarely use it when I do alla prima, but if you again, if you get to the area that's, for example, like the pupil or maybe even eyebrow, somewhere that you really need a very fine tip, you need a round tip. Again, like I said, I don't use that often. But this is quite, you know, um, I use more often. Was again, still this is the flat brush.